Yo, what's good, guys? So right now, I just quickly want to have a little bit breakdown on today's setup, right? Because since earlier in the morning, I haven't seen setup to take. Because I've seen setup on good, so I didn't see setup to take. Actually, price was doing what I want, but not really how I wanted it to. If you look closely over here on gold, this is a good pair, right? This is a good pair. So actually, I went all down when doing my top down analysis. I went all down to the 30 minutes time frame to spot a really nice level. If you could see this, I spot this level and I track it to this. This has been a low that appeared as at 26th of okay, these are around 8th of July this month, right? So price has just gotten to this weekly level, and you can see that price is reversing off from this level. If I go to the over to this weekly now, you see that price is just getting back. Price just tested it and kind of still reversing back. This price drop always did till this level, so only for it to get here now and start. I wasn't on my chart in the night time around Asian sections. If not, I would have caught this buy up to this level before I can step out from this morning, but I didn't. I was not awake. So earlier this morning, right now, I was saying, let me see if I can see opportunity. Right, I was certain to see opportunity. I was certain. So moving on, I hope over to the 1 hour time frame. This is what I'm seeing over there. That was what I'm seeing. So as a price action trader, I trade based off candlesticks, right? Trade based off the kind of candlesticks I see in the market. So there was this candlestick I saw over on the 30 minutes, right? So after tracking this level, that is still a strong level that I was waiting for a pullback over to this level, that at least if price gets here, that price has good potentials to drop in at least to the downside before continuation to the upside again. So that happened, and I was actually looking for a sell, right? I was actually looking for a more like scalping scale to the downside on gold. So moving on to the 30 minutes, this is what I saw. I saw a, what's it called again? A tweezer top. A tweezer top means a bearish tweezer, in the sense that these two candles right now, they are two equal candle. You can see this white bearish candle, this white bullish candle, and this black is a bearish candle. So these both candle are what we call a tweezer top. This tweezer top now has its definition as a tweezer top whenever it appears when price is getting, or when there is a higher highs in the market, when price is on a bullish trend, right? And you see a tweezer top. A tweezer top is a very good potentials of price has to drop to the downside, right? But you can't just trade it only with that. You still add other confluences to match with that. So when I saw this bearish tweezer, you can actually call it a bearish tweezer, or you can call it a tweezer top. So when I saw this tweezer top or this bearish tweezer, what did I do? I went all down to the lower time frame to see an entry. So when I move over to the 5 minutes, see what I saw. You can see this candlestick, this level right now. So I was quickly waiting for this zone, like you see what price just did. I was quickly waiting for a pullback into this level, that if price just gets here, I'm going to enter. I was not steady on this chart now. I was not too steady. Price actually got there. Price actually just got there. I see what market just did. This thing did over like 100 and something pips already. That if I track it down from here now, you see that it did over like 100 and something pips already. At least to this level, this Fibonacci level I drew. Imagine 134 pips already. Imagine I took this trade as a scalp trade. It should have still been a good one, not a bad. At least it should have been a good one for me today. That if I've took this, but I was not sitting on my chair. I was kind of doing my laundry, right? So you see what it did, and only coming back to this Fibonacci retracement level on the 61.8% level, only for it to text there right now and reversing all back, only to getting back here again. I can see what he's doing again. So this level is a very strong level, and you could see there is CPI news coming up today. This 1:13. There is CPI news coming up by 1:30 p.m. today. So let me see to tell you how we are going to look at these fundamentals that is to be coming out. There is CPI coming up. So I'm just going to be holding. I'm not in a haste in placing any trade, right? That's the patience in the game. Just stay chilled on yourself, like stay calm, stay calm. The right opportunity will definitely meet you. So all this right now, I'm just going to, instead of setting anything here, just see the news here. Today is what? Today's date is 14th of July, right? So 14th, okay. Okay, you could see today is 14th of July, Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, 14th of July. So this is the news that is coming up today by 1:30 p.m. You could see this is CPI news coming up by 1:30. All these ones are not relevant. They're not relevant to me, so I'm just going to remove it. Just going to this filter. Heading over to this filter, I'm going to uncheck all this. This is a low impact news, so I'm going to uncheck this. I'm still going to uncheck this. I'm going to leave this because this one is more like bank holidays, so I've unchecked this too. I'm unchecking this. I'm unchecking this. I don't know what this max is. I'm unchecking this also. I'm unchecking this business. I'm unchecking this consumer survey. I'm leaving growth, inflation, employment, central bank, and speeches, right? I'm just only leaving this, and I trade only few pairs. I trade USD. I have pairs. Okay, I don't trade GBP trade. I don't have any pair with GBP right now. I don't trade any pair with Euro. I don't trade pairs with CNY. That's what's it called again? Is it China Yuan or what? I don't even know again. And I have pairs like CHF, this Japanese Yen, this Swiss francs. This one now is like this. I think this is China Yen. Yeah, this seems to be China Yen. Canadian dollar. Yeah, I trade it. I have pair like that on my watch list. I don't trade pair like AUD. So these are the pairs. These are just like the most likely pair I trade. So I'm just going to apply. So once I apply, you could see these are just the news that is coming up today. These are the news coming up today. For CPI news coming up today, like, so over on this news right now, see what I'm saying? You could see here there, you see forecast, and you see previous, you see forecast, you see previous. So this forecast is where our main aim is, but what we are actually waiting for is this actual, right? So this actual tells us that whenever this news, this fundamental is being released right now, we are just going to be looking at one thing. What are we looking at? We are looking at, because we are trading a USD pair. The USD pair we have here, we have gold. Gold is XAUUSD. So there is USD on the pair we trade on gold, and there is the US dollar pair on this BTC USDT, right? So these are the pairs that USD is applied. That's why we are staying focused on this right now. So what are we looking out for? So whenever price on this actual right now, I've explained previously that whenever you see that news is being released, and you see that when the actual is being released, when the number for the actual is being released, if the actual has a bigger number, way more than this forecast, then know that any pair that has US dollar as a base currency, any pair that has US dollar as a base currency is just going to long. Like a base currency is any number, is any pair that appears with US dollar at first. Let's say we have USD CAD, we have USD CHF, we have USD JPY. These are the pairs that have USD as their base currency, right? So any pair that does not have US dollar as their base currency now, we go in opposite direction of this, right? So whenever actual stick came on, it's like whenever actual number is still more than this forecast, they know that any pair that has US dollar as a quote currency will actually drop to the downside. Example, we have XAUUSD, we have BTCUSD, we have what's it called again? We have GBP So all these pairs, US dollar are their quote currencies. So all these pairs now are gonna drop because the actual that came up is higher than the forecast, right? But if that actual is still lower than this forecast, then the opposite will still happen. That means that the currencies that have US dollar as their quote currency will get to the upside, while the ones that has US dollar as their base currency will still drop to the downside, right? So these are the difference in tracking these fundamentals with your technical analysis. So let's mark this as our technicals right now. You can see how good has been playing. This zone I've marked out. This price has just been doing nicely here. Price has just been testing and dropping to the downside here. You could see I didn't catch this opportunity. Even this one still left me already. But I'm not in a haste. All I'm waiting for is this price, this CPI to open. I'm waiting for this CPI to be released. So once the CPI is being released, then I can know what my decision on this pair will be like. That's when I will just take my decision, because I can't take any decision right now. Any decision I'm taking right now is I'm taking an impulse decision. I'm taking very impulsive decision. So price could just come and do crazy things, take me out, and only to get to my direction because of the fundamentals that's been coming. So let's just wait patiently. It's remaining like 9 minutes. It's 1:21 p.m. It's up to like 9 minutes before this news will be released. So I'm waiting patiently to see how it goes, right? So let's just wait. So it's just like about a few minutes for this CPI to be released now, right? It's just a few minutes to go. Just look nicely. You can see the countdown, right? Here's the countdown for the actual to be released. So let's watch, let's wait patiently. And over here, let's still observe this chart and see how it's going. Over on gold. So you can say, okay, let's trade gold today. You can see. You know, this price has just been testing this level. Price has just been testing this level. But if this actual right now, is way higher than this forecast, that's to tell that, man, gold is going to drop. Oh. But if this actual is lesser than this forecast, right, that means price is getting to the upside on gold, right? So let's just see how it's going to go. Let's see. But the gold is bullish right now. But looking over to the lower time frame, if you just watch closely, on this lower time frame, you could see something. This is more like a rate test, a clear rate test safe for a clear rebounds back, pull back into this level. So let's say that I'm hoping that this forecast now will be higher than this. Then you are hoping for this buy, sell, right? Looking for a sell over on gold. Man, price has released. Just imagine. I didn't even set it to. Just imagine what I. Jesus God. Just imagine what happened. So let's see this news right now. Even before the actual was released. That's why if you are trading good and you don't even put body, like, imagine. Remember what I said though. If this actual is higher, that means that any pair that is a quote currency that has US dollar will get to the upside. Why? If this price is higher, that means USD pairs will get to the upside and this one will drop. But just see what gold did right now. Gold just get to the upside. Imagine, like, those that have been waiting for a sell off from here now, they are all out to Jesus. Damn. So that means USD pairs right now will drop. It will drop massively right now. The ones that have USD as their this thing will drop. You can see what USD card is doing. You can see what USD CHF is doing. Let's see what USD CHF is doing. You can see how it dropped down. Like, It's crazy. BTC now will get to the upside still. Damn, damn. That's why being patient on yourself is very, very ultimate here. Don't play around with the chart. It does not care who you are. It doesn't give a fuck about who you think you are. Even as we are still, even before the news was released, this is the main thing that came out. It's not this one that just see the one that is even applied here. You see this one. For this thing to do like this, that's to tell us that this 3.8 is a forecast right here, right? So that means this one that has YY on it. So this one now is 3.5%, right? This 3.5% right now is lower, right? As it's lower right now, remember what I said, if it's higher, that means that price on any USD pair, USD base pair, USD, any US dollar pair that starts with US dollar, we get to the upside. But when this thing is lower than this forecast, right? When it's lower than this forecast, then pairs like good BTC, we get to the upside. And just see what happened right now. BTC just get to the upside. Good on itself also get to the upside. Like, it's crazy, Jesus. Like, it's massive here. Damn. Damn. And I was even trying to say, okay, let me see if price would actually respect this. It didn't. I was actually saying, okay, let me see if price would, if this, when this thing will be released, if this thing will happen like this, but it didn't. And all these ones now are lower, way lower than this. Let's look closely on this 2.6% and this 3.5%, right? Because these are the two main characters here that drive this market right now, if you look closely. So this 3.2.6 right now is lower. That's why price dropped on USD card and USD share chief. Why on gold it get to the upside? I said it right, and it just happened. But fortunately, I didn't take any trade on it because it's not something I was so fast to get to my chart and do. So that's just it. That's just it for these fundamentals right now. So stay cheers, guys.